Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to another edition of the Product Spotlight at Sportsman's Warehouse here in Columbia, South Carolina. Obviously online as well at www.sportsmanswarehouse.com. We got Barry in the fishing department. You know, Barry, as we move through the spring, Trokar came out with these laser hooks last year, and they are very, very premium quality hooks, a little more expensive, but anglers are buying them and they're working. Tell us about some of the examples you have here and why you think they've caught on so well.
Well, you know, we've all heard the expression, you know, surgical sharp, surgical sharp. Trokar is actually the first, and to my knowledge, the only hook on the market that is truly certified surgically sharp. What that translates into is that you're talking about a hook that requires up to 50% less energy to actually set the hook on a fish. Wow. You know, and a lot of times they merely get it near their face. This one's going to stick them in the lips. Plus, it's a very strong hook. Good, strong wired hook.
Let's hold that out there.
Yep. This one in particular, have several different types. This one in particular is actually a swim bait hook. One of the benefits of this one, it actually has a coil spring keeper on it, so you can screw the head of the swim bait onto it. And like we said, sticky sharp, incredibly sharp hook. So be careful when you're handling these things because they will get you. But they have several different types. Like so, we got the swim bait hook. For those finesse fishermen out there, you also have a drop shot hook. Again, an incredibly sharp, but you're not giving up any sharpness at all going from one model to another. They're incredibly sharp, incredibly strong hooks. One thing about finesse fishing with the drop shots, you know, a lot of guys, you like that really light wire hook. Sometimes you get a big one, it'll straighten that hook out, bend him out, you know. So these are incredibly strong wired hooks. Speaking of strong wired hooks, you go up to something like a flipping hook. That is an absolute meat and potatoes hook. You can hook a big creature bait or a big beaver bait, throw it into the nastiest and gnarliest places you can get. And, you know, sometimes that fish will hit that bait on the fall and you're not really wound up to get a good hook set. That's where that sharp point comes in. You don't have to, you know, you don't have to lean in on it as much for that hook to penetrate a fish's mouth. So that's one of my favorite hooks, actually. That's a really nasty hook. And then, of course, the most common hook that everybody's familiar with is the EWG, wide gap hook. Really versatile. You can use it for weightless jerk baits, you know, Texas rig, Carolina rig, anything with a soft plastic, you can put this hook on. And again, incredibly sharp hook.
Well, I tell you what, that's great stuff. And folks, don't forget, you can come check all these hooks out here at the store in Columbia or online at www.sportsmanswarehouse.com. We'll see you next week.